1927.
Oh, no, around SpongeBob.
Mm. Okay, so back to what's the actual conversation happening at the table. Endicott just offered you, asked about your dreams. Mike, perhaps I can help. I am an neurologist as well as a psychologist. That is the study of dreams. It doesn't actually... It's not thought well of in the scientific community, but I have found that it does lend to certain people who are having nightmares, psychoanalyzing them and helping them to work through some of the things that happen to them in the dark night.
Oh, what about a dream about blah, 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 blah?
Yeah.
The note.
I can start explaining.
You guys can both make me psychology checks. Those who can't see but are listening in on the conversation can do me a psychology at half. Yeah, it's more of round up. It's more of a visual thing. And you have 1%. That's 3%. 2%. So you still have 2%.
I'm trying.
You can always try. No, you guys are in a booth. You're not really part of the conversation, just listening in.
Psychology is fine.
Psychology? Anybody?
No.
Okay. So whatever you want. You say that and it's like, is this a dream you've had?
Possibly somebody. Not quite positive.
What kind of answer is that?
Okay, I believe someone is having this dream.
Why don't I chime in? I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, you say whatever.
We're looking in on a dear friend of ours. He says he's been having nightmares that don't seem to end. That he's been in a swamp and there's a train that is rusted over, derailed. Or not derailed, but rusted over, not moving. And there are people pursuing him in this dream.
People, he kind of gestures towards...
What I was explaining.
Yeah, you told him the whole thing about me, alright? And all that crap. That kind of people.
Yes.
Has your friend been to visit Mr. Lee?
He got something from Mr. Lee, yes. Supposed to
That is
with
why
tea.
we were visiting his shop today.
Yes. Yeah, there's a large group of you. I couldn't help but notice. His voice makes you think of probably West Coast. He's from West Coast.
Surfer dude.
So your friend, did he take a draft from Mr. Lee? Has he taken the medicine of some kind?
I believe he did.
That's what we believe.
And what do you think is happening to him?
Well,
why don't you tell me everything?
I'll just tell him everything.
And he says, no matter how insane it sounds, please.
I'm talking about the bed, too.
Okay,
the bed, too. Okay.
I'll say, Dr. Connor at the local asylum, that place, whose name I forgot.
Dexter Asylum.
At Dexter Asylum, came to me with a patient, or talking to me about a patient who was not able to read, write, or speak English. But he started writing this note, saying that he was a man named Howard Phillips, who lived at 66 College Street. And he said, well, I guess I'll describe the dream that he just detailed in the note, and I'll say, we need to check in on Howard Phillips at the behest of Dr. Connor. Mr. Phillips was not there. However, in his bed, or presumably his bed, we found a warm spot.
Was the bed trussed down as if someone was lying?
Yes.
Oh shit. What the?
Mr. Phillips is in a great deal of danger right now. Did you buy a draft from Mr. Lee? Did you get the liquid, the potion?
He wouldn't even sell it to us. I fear that our acquaintance, who is an officer of the law, might have scared him out of it.
Mm. How good of friends are you with this Mr. Phillips? How much are you willing to risk to help him?
Oh, God.
You guys hear this.
I'm sitting here like, God damn it.
So what kind of danger is he
You're sitting there thinking that. Virgil's literally...
Yeah, I'm sitting here like...
I would not endanger my
We're all
fellow
the
man.
original
If that's what you're asking.
How about yourself, sir?
I've seen so much shit. He's like, what?
What are you talking about? What are you...
This will probably sound quite mad, but I might be able to help you with your problem. I have some knowledge of Mr. Lee. He is toast. That's looking out the window towards the shop. He's a terrible... He lowered his voice too. He's a terrible, terrible man. And if your friend is in trouble, I might be able to help you. You say you have access to the room where you saw the indentation in the bed and you felt the warmth of his body. If you're feeling the warmth there, then there's a good chance he is still alive. This will probably sound quite mad, but some kind of residue, or ectoplasmic, perhaps psychological residue, of the man who is still trapped in his dream. But it will require you to go in after him, so to speak. I understand that sounds quite insane and quite silly.
Insidious.
But if it is something that you're willing to do, I can help you.
I love it.
Would we be able to... How would we be able to help him?
I don't know.
These monsters.
I do not know. The creatures that you described are reminiscent of certain obscure gods that were once worshipped. As I said, this will probably sound quite mad to both of you. Not you people listening on our conversation. No, he doesn't do that.
He screams like that.
Shit.
But
That's right.
We're having some nice Chinese food.
you probably guys have ordered and everything by this time. If you're willing to trust me and if you're willing to help this man, you might be able to save his life.
Well,
I'm sorry.
isn't that what we're here to do?
I was here for a trophy.
I doubt you'll be able to catch a trophy. What? He seems confused by that statement.
I misinterpreted the writing. I thought these might be, physical dangers.
In the dream, they probably are physical dangers.
Would we be able to bring weapons into the string?
I do not know, honestly.
Well, I guess we need to
Inception.
Scream that across the
figure out
Grenade
if
launcher.
Inception or Stranger Things happening.
I don't know about Stranger Things. All I'm asking is, if this is a good friend,
I'd be willing to try.
If you're willing to try, then what is the address? 66
College Street.
I can meet you there. In half an hour. I'll have to get something from my office.
Drugs.
If you're willing to help this man, then we had best do it as quickly as possible. How long has he been there?
Upwards of 2 days.
Then it will have to be done as quickly as possible. Otherwise, there will be no saving him. Once he is lost, he will be lost forever.
Do you have any percentage chance of success? Let us know. Jesus Christ. You're going back into anger.
I will tell you, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know what chances you might have to save him, but if you're willing to risk yourself, then there is a chance, a percentage chance. Shut up. There is a chance that you might be able to, although I have no idea based on what you have said there.
We can just take out percentage.
Yeah, and what you have told me. But I can help you to the best of my knowledge. But again, if we do not do something soon, time passes there differently.
We'll meet you over there in 30 minutes.
Very well. The Chinese men have just been playing Mahjong, although Mr. Xiong has obviously been listening.
Yeah.
You've noticed him kind of looking away every once in a while. Edington's Endicott stands up quickly. He says, very well, I'll meet you there in half an hour. And he again looks at his watch, and then he heads for the door.
Cool.
You guys overheard all this? You ever heard the entire strange kind conversation. Your food has not yet arrived. You did order, but it hadn't arrived yet. Because literally it was... This conversation took 5 minutes. So... Okay, fine. You can eat. I don't care.
What would I pay for it?
He's rushing out of the place. Endicott actually is walking very briskly towards the door to Spears outside. Jingle, jangle, jingle. You see a man come out of the Chinese restaurant. Go to the corner and start like trying to hail a cab.
Mr. Zhang?
Mr. Who?
The guy.
Guy beside us?
Oh, yeah.
Sing? Zhang?
It is pronounced Xiong.
Xiong.
It's not spelled that way, but...
Zhang, yeah.
That's him. What do you want to... Are you talking to him or what? They're just playing Mahjong.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like they're being very respectful of other people's privacy and not paying attention, but they've probably heard every word. Obviously they've heard every word.
Mr. Song, before I take off, I was wondering, is there any other information you could tell me about these terrible Chocho?
He spits again.
Every time.
You, they're dangerous. Terrible, terrible, terrible people. Do not eat anything that they like. Do not eat any pork that they might offer you.
Got you.
No shit. It's not.
That's what she's saying. Whispers in the booth.
I'm just like,
Thank you.
Dilettante.
Day to you? Is $1 a lot of money?
That'll be like $10, $10 or $15.
You gave it.
That's
You asked me that. What is your character doing?
No, I was just curious.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so what are you two doing? You two are standing at the Mahjong board. They're playing. You can't make any fucking sense of this game. It looks ridiculous.
Yeah, no. I walk by at the table and go, well, he's going to be there in 30 minutes. Okay, wait.
how long does it take us to drive back to the White House?
He's going to be there. He's going to be there.
So is it? Very little.
Well, I say he's going to be there. 30 minutes.
it's
going
like
to
my
be
dad.
there.
That's what Virgil is.
It sounds like my dad.
Well,
whenever you
is
try to
everyone
talk,
in the mood for a good nap?
I'm just like,
waitress walks by. Virgil goes, "Could you please make note to go?" Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And she's off. You get those little Chinese cartons. And like they still use. They used those back in the 20s too, I think. Not the styrofoam, but those little tiny...
I'm probably just going to pay for it just so we can get out of here.
Yeah, you could. It's like $5
Yeah, just
for everybody. You
Yeah.
pull a $5 bill and drop it on the table.
Yeah.
That'd include the tip. The gentleman outside got a cab and went away. You're still watching the shop. Nothing apparently of interest is going on.
So, are there any, is it like building next to building, or is there corridors on the side?
Building next to building.
Also notice
You mean across the street?
Looking at the shop, yeah.
Yeah, it's all connected. There's like an alley a little ways down, but it's several storefronts down.
So there's no way to
And this is like the tiniest storefront. All the rest are bigger than this one. It's like a little like, yeah, we'll add a little more onto this building. You do notice a door on the side of the building. Probably leads into whatever that back room is.
What's this scenario called?
It is called Nightmare in the Moonlight.
Nightmare before change.
If I get any cool stuff, I can.
Mark 30. Okay.
What?
You have a game tonight?
No.
Let's stay later.
It's possible. James hasn't played in forever.
I like to have dinner at 7.
At 7? Yeah. You can get your name at 7 probably.
Just order
It's going to accelerate very quickly soon.
Okay.
Anyway, you're outside. You two have this information, and he just walked over by their booth where they got their food to go. What do you want to do? Things can move as fast as slow as the players want. It's all up to you guys.
Let's go.
I want to get there.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys could grab. You get the boot after a couple minutes. You could easily get to the cars. You'll be over back to the house within 10 minutes. I assume you're going to snatch up. You're going to grab Agent Sanderson. Are you going to tell him anything about what's going on?
Yeah, I'll tell him. Oh, this is what you missed.
Info
Nah,
dump.
let's just
You
not.
can info dump. Don't tell him.
No,
You're not in the car anyway.
I'm putting a lot of concern on these Chocho and other people too, even though
Okay.
it's a red herring. Probably.
It could be. It could be connected.
Because I read a lot of stuff
All right.
accident about Cthulhu things. And
You, by accident, liar. It wasn't by accident.
No, honestly.
She knows what the Maido are. She's been studying. Shame.
Is
Actually, don't. I know
which one are the
everything.
Maido?
Fungi from Yaga?
Oh, yeah, that thing.
Maido, Maido, yeah.
Like, in Pathfinder, there's a lot of monsters to deal with, and I probably know who the big, huge thing we hopefully won't run into in this area.
Okay.
You find Endicott waiting outside the house, just kind of on the street.
Got their bag.
You have a key, and I think you locked the front door, you said.
I did.
Okay. So he probably took a taxi cab.
Yeah.
I
I come to the house with 2 bags.
You know, before I
grabbing your bags, yeah.
unlock the door, I'm going to test it and make sure it's still locked.
It is still locked.
Okay, no, I'll unlock it.
Okay. House looks the same. It's dark because you guys turned all the lights off.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you going? What do you want to do? You guys just tell me.
He's up in the bedroom.
Okay. Endicott will follow you.
I never said whether had
he-
a gun in my truck.
Yeah, we'll turn on the lights
He's-
off and
I
go.
never said whether I had a gun in my truck. I have to go use it.
I will let that be your choice.
Okay, let's just say just.
Maybe you just keep a gun in your trunk. That's
Why
fine.
not?
Okay.
I'm gonna grab that.
Okay. It's in a gun bag just like his are.
Cause I'm like, I don't like this shit twice.
You don't have your gun. It's okay. Well, he's apparently got 2, so maybe
Well,
he'll
no,
help you out.
I
He's got 2
actually
gun
got
bags.
3
Are you?
in
you have all
my
3
car. Yeah.
Are you bringing them all?
Does everyone have a weapon?
Okay.
I'm like,
Well, is anyone good with a rifle?
Not I.
Not more of a shotgun fan myself.
He had a shotgun.
I only have
You
1
saw
shotgun.
it. It was huge.
But I got 2 rifles.
I've got my own shotgun.
I mean, I could borrow one of the rifles.
Well, no, you. Can you handle the kick of this monster?
I'm assuming this is taking place in the foyer.
Yeah.
After you guys have been
Or
home.
my greenway?
I don't know, would I be able to handle it?
You never fired
Virgil.
that big of a gauge of a gun.
Virgil, are you versed in riflery?
I served in the war. I know something about it.
Well,
I've also got this. He just kind of pats his jacket pocket. There's a bulge there. You notice now that he's kind of pointed it out.
well, if you'd like
Looks
to
like a pistol,
use
doesn't it?
this, you could possibly use it. It's Mauser 40B.
It's a Mauser.
Yeah.
They shot him mid. He takes it.
I have the other.
What about Mr. Johnson there?
I guess it's time I'll unconceal my baseball bat.
Oh, that's right. You've been in the whole time.
Sir,
You never did sit
have to fire
down.
off.
You never sat down. He pulls out a baseball. He reaches into his overcoat and he pulls a baseball bat out. And you're like, well, damn.
What? Do you know how to use a pistol?
Somewhat.
Yeah, I'll just give him mine. 1911.
Endicott's headed up the steps.
Yeah.
You said it was up in the bedroom upstairs. So. He's already gone during this conversation. You got info dumped.
Yeah.
Just FYI, so you kind of know what's going on.
Yeah.
Jump. That thing probably weighs like 20 pounds, by the way. That rifle. That shotgun.
Solid. It's like a freaking World War. It's like a Civil War gun. That's how. It's probably super thick.
Yeah, no, you could get it in
no, the rifle.
Victorian, I think. No.
Yeah, you could.
One of them was
10
Victorian.
gauges
Oh,
and,
the elephant
and 8
gun.
gauges are usually available in the Victorian age. Because they had. Crazy. Anyway, he's in. You go upstairs and find him in the bedroom. He's feeling the spot on the bed. He says, I would hypothesize the man is still alive. If not, the spot would not be warm. I'm guessing it's some kind of, as I said before, ectoplasmic residue. He's looking around all the other people that are around a little quizzically. Or residual life force that marks the place where Phillips slept and was then dragged into the dreams. Surprised there's not an indentation where his head would be. Should his spot be cold, I would assume that he died, but as it remains warm, there's still hope. This might sound quite insane, but you might be able to enter his dream and help him find a way to escape. Samuel Endicott.
Evelyn Fairfield.
Nice to meet you. Samuel Endicott.
Nigel Bricker.
Mr. Bricker.
Suzanna Edington.
Nice to meet you, Miss. Miss Edington.
Agent Sanderson.
Agents? What agency, sir?
Stop looking at me. That's what I say.
He's a private eye.
Very well. No offense. All right. I would. Each of you will probably have to sit on the floor since we are in the room where Phillips went. I think it will be easier. For now, I'm going to have to hypnotize each of you in order to try to help you enter the dream, and then I will try to enter as well. Yes, I know. It sounds insane, but trust me, I've been to a place called the Dreamlands, where it sounds like your friend was. It does exist. I don't know if it's a Gestalt consciousness created by all the dreamers of the world, or if it's an actual place, but it does exist. I hope you'll believe me.
Psychology?
In any case, yes, you can make a psychology check. You don't think this guy's being legit.
Okay, right now except.
You are not getting any deception coming off this guy. He seems completely to believe this. Maybe he's fucking crazy. But there you go. 21 minutes. If any of you don't wish to participate, I can understand that. You see Birdie's just like...
Well, then you can stay and watch.
I will stay and watch. But otherwise, I will try to hypnotize you. He reaches in a pocket and he pulls out a vial. It looks more like, it doesn't look like your vial, it looks more like a little tiny test tube with it. Again, with a cork on the top. It says, the elixir that Mr. Lee gives, I believe, sends his victims into some kind of a dream state where they are driven mad by this god that I told you about. He's called Nyarlathotep. You probably haven't heard of him. Anybody with Cthulhu Mythos can make a roll.
Nope. Without?
With. You have to have some Cthulhu Mythos to get this.
Okay.
Some of you have like what? Did you make it? Ashton, you can't check it. That one can't go up this way. But yeah, you're like... you see her... everybody can make a spot hidden to see if they notice Miss Fairfield just go kind of pale.
What did I roll for that?
Freaks out.
Spot hidden?
Yeah.
No, wait, no.
Nope.
For the
Not at all.
Which should be...
I see her bug out.
8%? Damn, 8%? I'm impressed.
Is 97 considered a crit?
No. It's going to take a 0-0 for you to be like...
Oh, yeah,
She looks really happy about this. Why is she happy about
I
it?
didn't see that.
Did anybody notice her go pale? Just the two of you? Okay, so
I'm just like, what are you
the big game hunter and the federal agent noticed her go kind of blanch, go pale for a moment. You've read about this messenger of the gods. Very dangerous, deals with humanity in bad ways. That's about all you know. But it's not a happy person. Can you make a guess?
On what this thing looks like?
I have no idea.
No, like just as a player. Because I'm trying to think if it's this thing I'm thinking of.
What are you thinking of?
Lizard type thing with tentacles for a beard?
No.
That's not...
I don't know what you're thinking of, actually.
Because I could... Say what?
Is that Davy Jones?
Davy Jones. Okay, so he says this to you guys.
No, lizard. Big iguana, basically.
Oh.
Like, D&D size, probably gargantuan.
That's fun.
As a player, no. You're off. I don't know who you're talking about. Or it might be just a different
It could
description
just
of
be,
it.
yeah. I think it could be a different... Yeah.
He's taking out this little
Got it.
draft. This little draught. This is not the draught that Mr. Lee uses. It is of my own design. It has some of the same ingredients as Mr. Lee's, but as far as I can tell, including parts of the Black Lotus nectar, it's very dangerous. I need those who are going to go to take a single drop upon your tongue. No more. It could be very, very dangerous. Shut it down. I cannot guarantee your safety if you do so, or whether you'll ever be able to return.
Use some of that break.
And then I will hypnotize you each to put you to sleep. And hopefully it will take us to where any kind of like just kind of nods towards the bed where you all know where this little dip, where as if there's a body on the bed. Where your friend lies. And then he hands it to you, Nigel. The closest. The tiniest drop.
Pass it.
Punch it.
Drip.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna hang out with Virgil, even though I won't.
You can. Now I'm gonna throw this out as a player. You will be out of the rest of the scenario.
Okay, just kidding.
No, you can, but I'm throwing this out as the GM because I want you to know that otherwise you're just watching.
Yeah, play your character. But
Yes, and if the character wouldn't do it and wants to hang out with Virgil, and if you need to get home or whatever, then...
Or at the hunt.
Who you got there?
Yeah, two. I want to hear it, alright? Joel?
You guys have done all the investigation. All that's left is to save frickin' Phillips.
I want to help someone. I'll go in.
Okay, so you take the tiniest drop.
Yeah.
Boom.
Definitely.
Boom.
Okay.
Virgil's not. Virgil's
Even when I bring home a trophy, I
is what
still
he
say I
said.
killed it.
He says, does anyone want this? And he's got the Mauser.
Oh, Virgil does?
Yeah. And if nobody takes it, he's just going to hang on to it and stay in the house with this guy.
I've got it.
Yeah, protect us.
That's what he's planning.
Yeah.
Okay, so he says, he'll hand you off the Mauser. You see him pull out, it looks like a pistol, but the barrel's really big. It almost looks like a rifle barrel has been attached to a pistol.
Thor type thing?
It's a, what it is?
Single load?
It is a Colt New Service pistol, that takes a 44-40 Winchester caliber revolver.
Jesus!
Yeah, it's a big fucking
Can I
gun.
see gun
And
page?
it kind of shows that to make sure that you guys, what?
Can I see the gun page?
Gun page for, wait, what?
Mauser.
Oh, for the Mauser?
Oh, I can tell you all the stats.
Yeah. I can give you the stats.
It's
Oh, yeah,
2d8 plus 4 damage.
Yeah, Mauser's
Range of
monster.
1, or since it's got a scope, 260.
So we have that if you just fire it.
It can, do 1 shot at a time. It's got 4 shots total because 1's chamber. So it has 3 in it and then 1 in the
Okay,
chamber.
it's a stripper
about
clip
the-
too, right?
Yeah.
What about the green wood?
Oh
green,
god.
Green
Oh
wood.
my god, are you ready for this?
Oh, the green one? Yeah, that one's fun. Okay, so damage is 5d6, 2d6 plus 2,
Because it's a shotgun, so put a slash.
and then 1d10. And those ranges would be 15, 30, 75.
15. So 15 yards, 30 yards, and 75 yards.
And then it
It's a
can
monster. It's
do 1 to
fucking
2 shots at once,
Okay, so 1 or 2 shots.
It's a double barrel.
and then it can only hold 2 shots. And then if we're doing HP, and it matters 10 for both of them. Oh, what?
Yeah.
For both of them.
HP limit matters if something like tries to grab it, doesn't smash it or something.
Yeah.
Okay, you've all taken it. He asks you to find someplace comfortable, like on the ground or on the side of the bed away from Phillips.
Okay, so don't get near Phillips.
No. When you ask that, he says, if you do make it out, I'm afraid of what will happen if you're both in the same place.
Oh, like here, and we'd be right there, and then we'd be fused.
Don't
He
take
doesn't
the-
know.
Like that one
This-
episode of
He
SpongeBob.
admits very quickly that this
Oh,
is
gosh.
a little out of his
Terrifying.
element. He says, I will tell you more of what I know after if this works. He takes out a pocket watch, and he hangs it down, and he holds it up as you all are kind of sitting on the floor, and he's holding it up at a height, and he asks you just to look at the pocket watch and look at the watch itself and concentrate on it. But he's holding it so high, but he says, don't raise your heads.
Yeah,
Keep
so
your
it's
head
like
straight
up here.
ahead so that you're looking straight up. Yes. And he holds it like that for a minute or two. And then, and he's talking very softly. And you find that your eyes are starting to phase out, like you're not seeing it clearly, you're not focusing. Everybody make me a con times 5. We're going to see who falls asleep. Who kind of looks like he's falling asleep first. We're going to start with failures. We're actually starting with
I definitely.
who rolled
maybe.
what? Who rolled high?
53 out of 50.
53. You're the one whose eyes contract first, and then what he does, he's holding up this thing, and he goes like this, and he does like that, and your eyes close automatically, like it's kind of a reaction.
Got it.
And then he looks around at you, and then he does you, and you're out. You're in the hypnotic phase. Who rolled under 50?
I did 26.
26.
I got a 58 out of 70.
Okay, 58 out of 70.
46.
46. These are all successes,
Oh, wait,
right?
sorry. Yeah, this is a success.
What was it?
54.
54. 58. You're the one next who seems to go, and he does it to you, and you're out. 54. You had a 20, and you had a 40. Then the agent, and then finally you.
It's like, and takes everything and runs.
And then just out of character, for Virgil's sake, then he orders each of you to lay down in a comfortable position.
Still got over.
And then he sits down. None of you know this, but this will be in the role-playing journal. Then he sits down, and he seems to focus on part of on a corner of the wall for some time until his own eyes just kind of phase out. Now, you were first out, right? No, you were first out. Okay, you were first out. Katelyn.
Yep.
You find yourself on a great cliff in a featureless plain of rock and stone. Dark clouds fill the sky above the horizon. The wind blasts at you. Nearby you hear waves crashing into the walk. The walk. What do you mean? The rock.
Damn, I'm hungry.
Yeah, the Chinese.